What is up, guys? Orbital-Pilot back here once again in the world of Warthunder. This time, taking some ground forces in the realistic battles of, this is late Tier 2, early Tier 3. So, this is the Panzer-IV, and I'm not going to try to pronounce its full name because the last person who tried to say its full name, his tongue had a seizure. So, if you guys want to see it, go in the description below. I'll type it all out, although I'm pretty sure it's longer than our alphabet, so just keep that in mind. Now, the reason I bought a premium Panzer IV was because I was grinding out the German line, and I was not having a good time. I hate the tank shells that the Germans get. If you want any penetration, you have to go with the composite rigid shells, which do barely any damage once they enter the tank. Now, this gun is a little bit better. It has 136 millimeters for the normal shell, which actually means I can get some really nice shots off if I hit the ammo correctly. And yeah, it actually does damage. Not to mention the armor on this tank is far superior than the late Tier 2, early Tier 3 tanks. I'm bouncing a lot more shots. You can see it has like a circle around the next armored part of the tank. And I'm not sure if Space Armored is programmed correctly into Warthunder, but this does seem to work. Not to mention, the rest of the tank is pretty boxy. So the armor on that, not too good. But the armor on the actual turret is fairly decent. Now let's talk about horsepower. Horsepower, I'm not going to go off the stat sheet because, that doesn't really tell us much. But it is quite good. It has a top speed of around 24 miles an hour, which I actually was able to hit routinely, all throughout the battle. So top speed is quite good. Now, turret traverse, that's what kills this tank, honestly, in my opinion. This thing has the rotation speed of like a snail and a turtle if they had a baby. That's what you would get. I'm not sure what the Germans were thinking. I'm not sure why they even thought this was okay. But yeah, I've seen a lot of things move far faster than that. And as we can see, a very nice shot off. That's what I'm talking about. The shell is not the best shell, but it does do nice work, especially if you hit the ammo, which the composite rigid shells just don't do. So, a thing I was trying in this battle, which I've seen lots of other people use but never tried myself, was to actually climb the rocks. Now, I know that may sound dumb, but I see people, like, hit the rocks at full speed and use them kind of as, like, a birch to sit on. So that's what I'm trying now. As we can see, another very, very good shot off on the M5A1. That's my second kill in a matter of 3 minutes and 1 second. So, game is going great so far. Now, calling out some artillery, just to add a little bit of commotion. Come on, you can't be German without calling in artillery. Only people that did more than that was the Americans, because we love artillery, so, Okay, so going back to the battle, 2 people have now gone away. They're dead. They're not coming back. But one of my teammates is going to try to go Cap A. So instead of going down there with him and putting myself in the exact same position that he's in, I'm going to try to stay down here. Now, the reason for this is because if I go with him, I'm not going to be able to do anything to help him. I may get a shot off. I may kill him. But if there's an enemy, there's not a lot I'm going to be able to do because I'm going to be shot just like him. But if I stay back and see what he's doing, see where he needs help from, I'm going to be able to help him a lot easier. So that's what I'm currently doing. Now, previously I said I was going to use the rocks as kind of like something to sit on. It is working surprisingly well. This is a great spot for this map, guys. If you spawn on this side, come here. But if you're on the enemy team, you spawn in A, I'd watch out for this spot because it is extremely deadly, and it's also extremely hard to fire back at a tank that's doing what I'm doing right here. So just keep that in mind. German tanks and a lot of other tanks, some of them have quite a low profile, so if they sit here and do something like this, you're not going to have a very good day unless you go around them, flank them, in which case you're probably going to have a field day because they're all going to be looking this way. So, would I recommend buying this tank? Yes. The only other option at this tier for roughly the same price is a KV-1. Now, if you like the KV-1, go ahead, buy it. I know people that just love KV-1s. I personally hate them I find that they have a slow turret speed. Their armor is quite good, but I just don't like the feel of the tank. So for $9, $10, if you're grinding out early tier Germans, or tier 3, actually this is a tier 3 tank, so if you're grinding out somewhere around those lines, I highly, highly recommend this tank. So this is kind of where I just do something wacky just for the sheer point of doing it. I see two people. Now, the ally that's sitting at A, which is currently a T-34, is no match for two people at once, because their armor is decent, but it's probably not going to carry him. Now, luckily enough, he does get a very, very good shot off, kills the main tank, but here's the thing, I see a second one coming in. But I've also buried myself in what seems to be a giant crevice, so if you can't go backwards, well, you gotta go forwards. Now, if I was this guy, I would be extremely mad, because I don't quite understand the physics here, and the angles don't really look like that should have happened. So I get a very nice third kill for this match, and I help save the team because he will go on to cap A, and he very well could have died. So if you're playing a tank like this, with its body armor not being too good, I would recommend finding a spot to kind of camp. Use your turret. The turret has amazing armor. Use your turret as kind of like a place to sit. Snipe them off one by one, and you'll have quite a bit of XP. I think I earned around 6,000 RP for this game. Not a bad thing, especially when that grinded out like, I think it was like, what, a quarter of the tank I was going for. So, and that's only 3 kills. That's not even an ace match. But a very, very good match, a very well-rounded match, and I thought I would put it up, guys. So I need you guys to let me know if you want more tank battles, because I can do more. I just noticed that they're not as popular as my F2 or my P51 videos. So let me know what I can do better. Maybe you guys just want different tanks. Let me know. Maybe some higher tier tanks. I don't know, guys, but I need you to let me know. But well, this is kind of where I would not recommend doing what I'm doing. But you know what? I'm gonna be fully committed. And Panzer IV, best rock climber, and Warthunder, just plain and simple, guys. It doesn't get better than this. I mean, look, that is a 90-degree angle almost, and only the Panzer IV would be able to go rock climbing. This is several, what, I think this is like a 35-ton tank, I don't know, somewhere around there. Yeah, no damage at all, guys. Warthunder realistic. It's just, that's what would happen in real life. And people say Russians are overpowered. No, it's all about the German rock climbers. It's just too OP for any of us. So guys, thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, please hit that like and subscribe button. This guy is going to come back and help me. Luckily enough, the match does end before he can get there. But yeah, I would have gotten unstuck. I'm sure about that. So guys, thank you for watching. I will see you guys next time.